This is the first time that we played down at Foster Park in the new Hispanic League. Edwin Cruz runs the program, so we had no idea how we would do. I think we were all pleasantly surprised how well the kids did. If you look away, the field's a little bit rough, and they're talking about moving this league to Krieger, but
Come on, touch.
next season. But
Look around.
we moved the ball around really good. There's good pressure by Josh. He wins his ball, uses his body well.
You're playing forward.
Trying to get Diego back up there he's going to come back defending. Now a lot of the kids were actually nervous. I think Lucas and Mateo was the first one. He is not even playing yet. Christian and I'm not sure nervous, but they knew the level of play was going to be higher. But if you look, we have a lot of possession here.
Come on.
Good job, guys.
Find him.
And moving the ball that's just a weak pass there. Something coming up right here. The guy plays the ball up the line. That's a little while later. So see, it's right there. He's gonna be back. Whoever's tracking that runner. But we do pretty good. We've never played this format before, so to play at this level, this format, the first time I thought we did great. Oh, sorry, I'm doing this voiceover early in the morning again. Just wait till I have coffee. It's a good play. Christian was looking for Diego, kind of just misses him. So Christian had a really good game here. He's working hard. I think a lot of these kids, are friends and people. That's a nice ball over the top. I think by Josh. This is when the ball comes up the line. Yeah. And then right here, see a little push on E, and then he forces E to kind of miss the ball out of bounds. That's a part of our game that we're missing. So it's going to be a physical league. And that's just kind of a little bit of wisdom. But, these kids are going to play in high school or, play at higher levels. That's the kind of stuff that they have to get used to. And the referee's going to allow that kind of stuff. Then we have to, play at the same level. We got to get more physical than what we are. Josh does a really good job. He has a really good game, too. That's a great play. Plays down the line. Diego gets there. Really nice.
Nice.
And look at that ball. Beautiful ball by Diego. Just a really nice ball. I think it was to Anthony, but that ball was on a rope and right to him. So we just we get one of the best shots on goal first. This is supposed to be the best team. To be fair, I know he's missing a bunch of players, and they're actually playing one player short here. So it makes it look a little bit better than we may be later on in the season. But that said, we're going to get better too. This is the first time on this format, first time in this size goals. We had Evan. We had a couple guest players here. Evan Baker. He's one of the. He's a goalkeeper from one of the teams we played at St. Joe. He did a really good job. He had a great game against us at St. Joe the week before, and had a good game here too. A really good game. So, and it's kind of hard for a player, like him or some of our other new kids to kind of step on an established team. But he did really good.
Good job, Josh. Get it, Josh.
Good, Josh. Josh, see the physical play. Josh is into that. Hey, someone's gonna tell Adam to move so we can see that ball. It's probably the subbing is probably a little bit Well done. Nice ball, Josh. That's a really good ball. Josh playing quickly. We play, it's kind of interesting because Evan's dad, Drew, the coach, he commented after the game that that's one of the things he knows about our team is, we know what we're going to do with the ball before we get it. And that's one of the things that I preach to these kids for a couple of years now, probably 3 or 4, some of them, well, most of them. So it's kind of nice that people notice that, hey, it's actually happening. You know what I mean? So for the first 5 or 10 minutes of this game, that was really good work, really good work. We're doing some wholesale subbing, and then we're still moving some players around. I'm trying to get a feel for the positions of everybody. Our established players, that's understandable. You know what they're going to do. But like Kendall normally plays defense for us. So she actually did I thought she had a great game here today too. And so she had just a really, really solid game.
Good job, Luke.
See, look, nice touch. See her first touch? That was a beautiful first touch by Kendall. Yeah. Her first touch is, like we preach, first touch and where she wants to go away from the defender. But, so she doesn't have to play with the ball. And she, one touch, her first touch is where she wants the ball to be, and her second touch is to a teammate. Like I said, she had a great game. I know she's kind of, like the only girl on the team or whatever, but I don't know. I thought she had a great game. So, I don't know what to.
Anthony, get back. Eddie, get back. Eddie, get back. Come on. Eddie, cover. Anthony, you got to defend.
Too close. Took his space.
Move up the field.
Now Luke's new on the team.
Nice. Oh, good pass.
See how our current players. They look to play that ball quickly. You know what I mean?
Take it, Anderson. Good job, Anderson.
On the inside. Now right there, Kendall should go inside that. Okay, because
Oh,
Christian's going outside.
nice.
And then
shot, Eddie.
Kendall should force that run inside to that far post, and that creates that dynamic, that triangle that we're looking for. So, anytime a center midfielder or forward goes, out wide to the corner, which is what we do a lot of times when we spray the ball over the top, then that other midfielder should make that diagonal run to the far post.
Anderson, you got to defend.
I'm preaching to the guys to get back because it's we're used to playing 11v11, and we have four defenders back there, 4 midfielders, 2 forwards. So we play, I preach to them defensively, pressure, cover, balance. Well, when you got only 2 defenders, you got pressure. You can have pressure and cover, but there's no balance on that far side. So our midfielders have to come back and provide that. So it's kind of like when we play futsal a little bit bigger, just as far as the numbers and go. You're playing, 6v6. I think futsal we play 5v5 plus a keeper, or it's a plex. Everybody. You don't have an option to standing around. You have to work. You have to work hard. See that far post there, Adam? Adam's seen that kid originally. I think he's gonna have to, he's seen that dangerous run, so he's gotta stay with it. Come on, Kendall.
Look him off, Evan.
But it was a good ball by Evan. Kendall almost got, she got there obviously. So.
Hey, come on, pressure that.
Come on. You're a little slow reacting there. So she's got to provide cover here. So Lucas is pressure, but Kendall's got to be behind Lucas at that point. Okay. Because we give up a dangerous chance right there. So Kendall, from your perspective, the pressure cover balance that we do, you have to see that danger, because these kids are really good, and so we can't give them those opportunities like that. So in there too, just one of the things that we have to preach. Those kids can, they're going to shoot from 30 or 40 yards out. You know what I mean? And so, well, maybe not that far. But I don't know. What's that? 20, 25 yards out. And they find the bottom corner all the time. If you look at most of the goals, but they played this format for a while. I did talk to my kids at halftime about, look, it's a small goal. You got a keeper. Come on, Adam. So Adam's got to win that. Well done, Adam. So, but see, now Kendall's got to go to goal, not up the sideline. She's got to go diagonal to goal to cover that in case Adam gets beat. I mean, she works it. It was good there. She gave him an option, but I'd rather give her the option on the backside. Just a good counterattack. A little bit late. He was too late.
Good job, Eddie.
Getting that ball off his feet. He's never played with it before. I like the fact that Kendall took that shot. Okay. But one of the things I talked to about the kids is with the small goals and a goalkeeper, you have to shoot low. If you watch almost all the goals that they scored against them, they're low into the corner. Okay, I mean there's a lot of accuracy, and when I talk to our kids about that, you watch in the second half. I think we scored most of our goals in the second half. They took those shots. So.
Good job, Kendall.
Well done, Kendall. Look at that. See? Look at that. Well done. And that's what I said. Kendall had a great game. I mean, she bodied that guy off. She took the ball away from him, and she got it to Adam. I mean, it was just beautiful work. That's kind of the issue with I was kind of giving Kendall and Annika heck when I watched them play at their middle school because I know the ability of these girls, and just look what Kendall did right there. And she doesn't do that in her middle school game. I mean, she just doesn't. It's like she doesn't have the confidence. I don't know why she doesn't do it, but she should be, a dominant force in her middle school.
Look wide.
I mean, if you've seen what she's done so far, I mean, it's just phenomenal. See, here's a problem here, and that where if he gives that ball up, it's an opportunity for the other team.
That's what I just said. If he loses the ball, we're in trouble.
And actually it was a goal for the other team. That's where we're talking about when we're used to having 4 defenders. You can make a mistake like that, and you got Mateo coming across or Lucas coming across to to cover for that, right? We don't have that luxury here. There's another mistake. I mean, you just can't be lackadaisical about this. That's good work. Come on. See, now Adam's not fighting there. Adam's, see who, Anthony's putting that pressure on. But at that situation, Adam's got to double team him. It's not going to be like St. Joe where we can count on a defender winning every ball or 90% of the balls. You know what I mean? So Adam's got to be working here.
Good job, Kristen.
See, Christian's creating that pressure. That's what you got to do, Adam. You got to create that pressure because these kids, like all this fancy stuff, and it's you can look really good when there's no pressure. But you watch some of these turnovers that Josh creates and Christian creates and Anthony creates and Diego creates. That's what we need everybody doing. Just working hard on these. Kind of a lull in the action. So we gave up 2 goals now. The one goal was a nice goal, but like I said, we should have had that pressure covered. We should have our midfielders back, not let that cross come across. The second goal was a mistake. I mean, defensively, we can't play with the ball if you're the last man. You kind of have to clear that out. That said, the clearing the ball out. That's one of the good things that we've done, I think, this spring really well, is we haven't, we don't just kick the ball. I mean, there's a time when you just kick the ball, but you don't just kick the ball. So that's the, that's the threat that Adam gives that the kids love, obviously. I mean, he's got the speed, got the wings, the wheels, and he can finish. And the same thing with him. He hasn't played with us this spring yet, so it's a little bit different. And like I said, his skill level is the one of the best on the team. He just got to work a little bit harder. Available. See, Adam should be at the top of that D right now. He should make that run inside. So like I said, his technical skill is very high. His tactical understanding of the game could be a lot better. I really want to pick out players that the kids can look at on video and kind of emulate. And for Adam or any of our forwards, that was a good layoff. I like that. It was good work. Josh laid the ball off to E. But anyhow, so, like Adam or our forwards, like Luis Suarez, personally, some of the stuff he's done in the field, I don't agree with, obviously. But if you watch how he plays his forward, he's a great forward. That was a great save by Evan. So, I just got a word that Evan's not going to play with us. See, we actually have, a lot of the possession in this game and a lot of chances. We don't finish everything. But like I say, once I talked to the kids at halftime about shooting lower, that was a good layoff by Adam.
Come on, you got to defend now.
Again, that's another ball Adam laid off and Josh could take one time. So, I preach faster, 1-2 touch, and the kids are doing a lot of that. Sometimes we get some, it's hard to control. So Josh probably should have took, one touch set up and another touch because he had the space. You know what I mean? So it's all balanced. It's, the kids are, like I said, I think they're doing just, phenomenal. Obviously in the St. Joe League, it's not as high. But see, we're getting a lot of shots, but if you notice, they're higher. Okay? So we got to drive that ball and keep it low. Yeah. Again, Diego, we got defense back there, but if you watch how it. See, once a keeper gets the ball, some of these kids are just they're taking us a little lightly. I think these kids could probably play a little bit harder than what they are playing. To be fair. But like I say, I don't mind losing some of these games here. We took those shots from far out because that's what we do at St. Joe. But at St. Joe, the goal's twice as big. So it's kind of a whole different game. Like I said, I think in the second half, when I talked to the kids about shooting low and driving the ball, and that's just something we have to get used to when we play in this league.
So just FYI, guys, it's a smaller goal, right? You guys still got big goals.
See, Anderson is a good player, but his size is just not gonna. I think it's gonna be. He's not gonna be able to play at this level.
Better hustle, Anderson.
He's a really nice player, though. Skill-wise, he's got great skills. See, we're leaving the guy chasing the ball. See that far post? That was good done. See, Lucas is such a smart player, cutting off the ankles and stuff. This is pressure again. We create pressure. Yeah. So I want Kendall to step in front of that red player right there. Instead of running that straight line, I want her to run diagonal, like in that situation, towards the ball. Where our defenders are in this. We have to remember that we have to attack, or at least push up. Our kids are pretty good about pushing up. So. See, I want her, because she's going to get her foot on that ball, she's going to have to be.
Backside, come on. Hey, Matt,
well, that's a long, short corner. That's a corner kick that we would take in a larger field. Obviously, won't work. So maybe Kendall should have been wider in that situation, or we get another person pushed up. We can get, I don't even mind, in a corner kick for one of our other defenders to push up. But it's a big threat because these kids are, Or nice, well done, Kendall. That was good pressure, I think, by Christian. So like I say, I mean, Christian, they all had a great game, I thought. Christian created that pressure, and then and then we got the cross in, and we got a shot on goal there. The situation. Okay, now she's got to go inside. There you go, Kendall. That was pretty good cover. It's a little bit more urgency on the Kendall's part. It's got to be speed wise. You know what I mean? She's faster sometimes than what she shows on the pitch, because I watched her. There was one time in one of our St. Joe's games, and I don't know, for some reason she had a bigger urgency than other times, and she can run. She's a lot faster than you think she is. So.
Okay. You got it.
You're going on the side. That's a nice ride. Huh? You can see that's a nice ride. I want you to.
I think this game they told us 2 25-minute halves, but the referee actually let it run like 20 or 30 minutes, because I told the kids on the sideline that, well, the game's almost over, so don't bother about going in. But the referee added 5 minutes to the first half, but not the second half, which was kind of interesting. See, Kendall's got that speed. See, nice ball. See, like I said, and look at his combination play and back. You know what I mean? It's really good work by Kendall. And then, like I said, that, and even the couple of new kids. So to find that combination play with being a new kid on the team too. So. See, we defend well. We pretty much. I mean, those are good kids. That was a great save. Really nice save by Evan. So we'll obviously miss him as a goalkeeper. That's one thing we have to look at, recruiting or finding somebody that's a really good goalkeeper. I mean, I think we can rotate kids in like we've been doing. I mean, we're really not going to have an option. So see, that's good from Anderson, where he sees that danger.
Yes.
So.
Way to go, Evan.
That was good, pressure, but that's kind of the situation where, Kendall got a little bit of taste of the strength, of these kids. It's different than what we played with St. Joe. You're not going to get some of the calls, like here. That was a really good read by Anderson. He saw the danger. So he's, like I said, he's a really nice player. I mean, the only thing is his size for this league, I got a whole lot less hair than I always think that I look like in the mirror. I look in the mirror, it looks like I got a lot of hair. Obviously, it's deceptive. I need a 360 mirror.
Take it quickly.
Find somebody.
See his skill. Look at it. His skill is really good.
Oh.
I mean, I really like his skill. So those, we're not going to score those. I mean, very, I don't know, maybe a little bit closer. But like I said, if you watch the second half, when I talked to the kids about keeping the ball low, I think we did a lot better. I mean, pressure. I don't know where Lucas's help is here. Midfielders. There we go. Touch. Oh. Well done. What Kendall? Yeah, see, she had another good, good touch. Saves that ball. Takes the space. Okay. Again, that's over the ball. We gotta get over the ball and keep it low. I mean, if you look at shots, I actually think we had more shots than they did. I mean, I'd have to count them up, but just from watching this video. It looks like we had a lot more shots than they have. This one kid's hurting. Their player, if you look at that kid, he's limping. So I think Edwin actually said that's his son when I talked to him on the phone. I had a really good conversation with him. When I had lunch with him, and then I talked to him probably for almost an hour after this game in the evening. And while he's really competitive, you know, and like I am too. Um, I think his heart's really in the right place. It's not about the money to him. It's about developing these kids, and he's really kind of like me since the sport club took away the 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 travel for the travel option for kids that don't have a lot of money. When they went to pay coaches. I'm talking to Edwin. That's what we're trying to provide here. So that's why I really am really supportive of what I've learned so far. I mean, like I said, I've only known him for a couple days per se, but I think his heart and everything's in the right thing. He wants to develop these kids, and a lot of these kids can't pay $1,500 a session or whatever to play at the clubs. And the same thing that those you guys that know me, that obviously that I want these kids to play at a high level without paying oh, look at that ball. So I mean, Kendall just had a great game. That's why it's almost, look at that. And I mean, she actually, that was an assist. She got the ball up there, and then she takes a shot too. So she had a great game. I know she doesn't want to be the only girl on the team, but I'm watching. The only thing that I'm concerned with Kendall is the speed. I mean, there's some really fast kids, so that's why I have her kind of playing at midfield instead of on defense, because midfield you don't always have to have that speed as long as you play smart. Because these boys are going to outrun her. I mean, there's no, it's just a matter of physics, right? And but her game, she had a really good game. See, and even there, she actually hurt that boy. This boy goes. Kendall just walks away. This kid stays there. He's hurting for a long. See, look. I'm sorry, Edwin, if you watch this. I don't. But it's kind of funny because I guess Chris. I don't know. They were saying how strong they are and all this stuff, and the girl on our team just kind of walked away, and he was standing back there for a couple minutes. So I'm not really sure what. I couldn't really see real good what happened. Obviously, replay it, but he's still. Yeah, see, he's still hurting.
Available. Come on. Who's helping him? Come on. Shoot. No, come on.
Another good opportunity for us. Again, we're shooting high though. You got to find that back post low and hard. But this is right here. This is just not being smart. We let that kid behind us. Now, again, we play offsides at St. Joe. In this league, there's no offsides. But look at our guys back now. Now we got 5 people behind the ball. Which is what we should have in this situation when they're pushing up. So the kids are working.